and welcome to another video. It's a beautiful day. We are out foraging and having a little look at the plants and the resources that are about. It's spring and the plan is to collect up some bits and bobs and then go and make some lunch. We're also going to practice some fire lighting skills, so stick around for that as well. Oh, seems like we're going to be starting off with some colt's foot. And these flowers are quite interesting because they look a little bit like dandelions, but they're not. And these are actually medicinal and were traditionally used to relieve cough, cold and flu symptoms, which is cool. Right, so we've got loads of wild garlic here. And I mentioned this in a previous video, and also I mentioned about crushing it between your fingers to get the garlicky smell, but you don't actually have to do that. Other features that can help you identify wild garlic are the hollow stem. So if you pick it, you should see that it's actually hollow, and also it has this really pronounced midrib and lots of lines as well on the back of the leaf. It's also quite a glossy leaf as well, and it can be slim like this, or you can find it as quite a broad leaf as well. So you don't have to rely on just crushing it to identify. You can also use those other features as well. And obviously this stuff's edible, but this looks like lesser celandine, which is poisonous, I believe. So just also helps to highlight the importance of not just going and scooping up lots of stuff. You should always be careful. Remember to pick one leaf at a time. Little bag with me, and I'm going to pick some to add to my lunch. Birch tree here, so we'll take some of this bark for fire lighting as well. Baby stinging nettle as well, and they're not stinging right now, so that's cool. So I'll take a little bit of that as well. I actually prefer to not eat the stinging nettles when they're small, and to let them grow nice and tall so that we can make wood to trim them in the summer. Also some young cleavers here as well. Cleavers are edible, so we'll take some of that as well. Some more lesser celandine. They are an indicator of ancient woodland, so that's cool. But yeah, I'm pretty sure these are poisonous, so don't go picking these. More wild garlic here. So you can see what I mean when I say sometimes the leaves are quite slim, but other times they can be quite broad. But they have the hollow stem. It's just hard to see because this is tiny, but there's a hollow stem and a pronounced midrib. Most of the time you don't even have to crush it to smell it because it's so strong you can just smell it straight off the leaf. That birch polypore mushroom is still going strong. I'm not going to pick that because it's the only one there. I have actually got some dry birch polypore with me. Oh, it's a dead piece of hazel here. We'll take that. Very dead honeysuckle here. Very dead stuff. So we'll take some of this as well. That's our grass, our wild tasty bits, and our birch bark as well. So we've got loads of resources here now that I can use to light a fire in lots of different ways. But the first way I'm going to try is the hand drill. Right, so that's our little fireboard, and as our spindle. I think the spindle's maybe a little bit too short, but we'll give it a try anyway. So we use a little bit of birch bark to just catch the coal if we make one. Oh. It's heated up and we've got a burn in as well, so I'll cut a wee notch and we'll give this a good try. We'll give this an honest go, but I can't promise because this is a skill that I'm still learning, but it's looking good so far. Oh, it came out the bottom of the board. Well, it seems that perhaps my board was a wee bit too soft. The spindle has gone down to a point and it's not supposed to do that, it's supposed to stay flat. I'm not convinced that the board's the problem. I think maybe the short spindle might be the issue. So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to add that to the firewood. I'm going to keep this and take it home. And we'll move on to our next option. The next skill I'm going to practice is lighting a fire with the birch polypore mushroom. I have done this on my channel before. So if you want to see like a proper tutorial of it, then I'll put a link to that in the description below. But yeah, basically you just dry your birch polypore out, you remove the sporing tubes, and you rush up this sort of spongy mesophyll layer, and in theory it takes a spark. Got a piece of flint here to do the sparking with, and you don't have to just use flint for this, you can use any rock that's high in silica. So I'm in Scotland and my native rock is like a sort of a quartz slash almost like a feldspar crystal. So yeah, anything that's got really high silica content should work. Oh yeah. Don't see the point in using the entire mushroom if you don't need to. So mushroom, and we'll just get that in here. Just let it do its thing. Right, there you go. Sometimes just leaving it alone is the best thing to do. So the third method, which is my preference, is just a very simple ferro rod and birch bark. This is the method I use the most. There you go. So that's the method I use the most. Now, I will never ever claim to be an expert at something unless I genuinely am. So fire by friction, I'm not an expert, I'm still learning. One of my friends, Sticks from Sticks Outdoors and Bushcraft, I'll leave a link to his channel up here. He has mastered the bow drill fire, so if you like friction fire, he's a lot further along on his success journey than I am, so go and show him some love and check out his bow drill video as well. But while I'm just waiting for that fire to burn down, I'll just show you the wee bits and bobs that we picked up on our way in. So we've got some baby nettle, some wild garlic and some cleavers. I do have a little box of salad with me, so I'm just going to give these a wash, tear them up and throw them in. So I'm literally just going to tear them up and add it all. So the cleavers, you'll know them for their sort of furry, abrasive texture, and they're the plant that when you throw them at people it sticks to them. But when they're small like that, they don't really have that. So you can cook them, but to be honest, I'm not afraid of a little bit of texture, so I'll just add them in. I'm not worried about it. Last time I was here, we were cooking on the rock that's in the base of this fire pit, but we're going to be civilized today. We're going to cook on this little grill. A little bit well done for me, but it's my own fault because I forgot about it. Well, that birch polypore is bubbling in there, and some people like to leave this for a couple of hours, but as long as the water has kind of changed colour, you've extracted some of the goodness. So I think this is about done for my preference anyway. So I was just tending the fire and I found something else that's edible. black gelatinous fungi is black witch's butter, and I did feature this in a video already, but I just thought I'd mention it here just in case some of you haven't seen that video. But this is also edible. Pretty much use it the same as you would the yellow witch's butter. You can put it in soups, you can slice it up and fry it. It's pretty cool. Well, I don't know about you, but I would say that this afternoon has been a success. We practiced some skills, we lit the fire, did some foraging and some cooking, and we made birch polypore tea. And that was the plan, so I would say that this has been a success. I'm not here for the night. I am going to pack up once that fire's died and go home. So I think I should probably call it here. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're a star. I will never claim to be an expert at something unless I absolutely genuinely am. So this channel was pretty much just me documenting my learning process as I reconnect with nature and learn some really awesome skills. I'm going to finish my tea and yeah, I gave myself a little callus, gave myself a little bit of a blister there, but that's alright, we're not fit. But yeah, I'd say that's it. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the woods. Bye everyone.